So notes. Notes are important because if you're just going to read, even though you probably should read about 6 to 10 pages each night on this textbook. And you need to understand it. And there's too much information to really remember like that. But what you really want to make sure you're doing is read really slowly. Make sure you understand every paragraph. And after every paragraph, you want to see if there's something that you could write down. Let me just show you. So as you're reading through this, you want to start at the very beginning. Make sure your notes are set up correctly. I have Key Issue 1, the title. This is all about why it's a science. And the first thing it's going to talk about is, in this paragraph, it talks about where the word geography comes from. And it tells you that it's Eratosthenes. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm never going to remember his name. So it's the first thing that I write down. He's Greek, Eratosthenes, and what it means is earth and right. And that's what I got from this. You do not need to copy full sentences. Never ever copy full sentences. Notice as I'm scanning through, and I'm going to do this kind of quickly in the video, but you will see as you start to write, you can refer to my notes. But you also want to look at, okay, what are you writing that I'm not writing, and why are you wanting to write so much? The key with notes is that they're not about full sentences. Right? So this is basically, as I read, the things on the left are the cues. And the cues are basically, what is the overall theme of what you're reading? So this part is down here when it's talking about geography and history, right? I found that there really wasn't a whole lot that I needed to write, except that, geography is what we're counting on, not history. It's different. It's not the same. So even, you can cross it out because that's about when things happen. Geography is really concerned about just this stuff. So then it gets to, okay, there's two main parts. So after I've read this, talks about up here, there's two main parts. Just because there's nothing in bold and there's no title for this little paragraph, I mean, it is connected to this, but you still want to make sure that there's not something that you should take. I wasn't sure if I would remember the two main parts of geography are about the people's culture and their economy, everything that has to do with money. So then the next paragraph, everywhere is unique. I read through this whole part. I notice the bold ones, but it's more than just what are these bold words and what do they mean? It's about how are they connected. So you want to read this paragraph and see if there's something that you should write. I didn't write anything about that. I just realized, okay, I do need to know what a place is, what's important. Oh, actually, I did write. Maps they're now electronic, just how maps have changed. So anyway, I hope that helps. Basically, the main core of the notes is that this will become a study guide. It's a study guide. So you want to, after you're done reading it, the whole point of Cornell Notes is actually part 2. Sorry, I know this is kind of hard to watch when I'm moving it all over the place. Now, the reason why you've drawn a line there is you fold it over. Now I'm going to go back and test myself. Do I remember, what did Eratosthenes say? He was the Greek who talked about geography. It means the world, writing about the world, right? Earth and writing about. Geography versus history. Why is geography and history different? See if you can remember any of these things over here, right? Keep saying them and do them out loud to yourself. I'm always telling kids that if you're doing this out loud, it's staying in your brain much longer. What are the two main parts of geography? I might need to look. They are, right, culture and the economy. So I would cover it back up. And now go back to the beginning. Eratosthenes, write about the world. Geography is different than history because this is about, I might need to look at that too. I actually don't even remember what it was. Locations, activity, how they organize material. It's not about the when. Anyway, so you want to be able to talk out everything. And when you can do that, then you know it. But that's the point of notes. It's not to have beautiful notes. Ms. Anders is not going to give you any credit for having your notes. What I'm going to give you credit for is, did you learn it? Do you know it? Is it in your head? And the research has proven over and over again that when you write things down and you say them out loud, then you learn them. So that's the point. I do want to see your notes. I'm going to ask to see your notes, especially if you're not doing very well on the assignments. Okay, you have to prove to me that you are learning about all of this stuff. Okay, bye.